Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome back, welcome to. Appreciate the support either way, cuzzies. My name is Joe Josh. I go by iChart Daily. Today is June 18th, 2025. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a window to my thought process on what I think potentially could be playing out with Bitcoin. I haven't been liking the charts since around June. Yeah, around May to June, just because I trust charts over people. So, I have been doing technical analysis for about 17, 18 years. I've been trading and investing in crypto for about 10, 11 years. I've witnessed and experienced multiple halvenings and cycles. I have formed thick skin to the BS, meaning the news and the hype, and I trust charts over people. So with that being said, what has allowed me to make money over the past couple of months with shorts compared to longs is the weekly chart. Long-term trends will always predict what short-term outcomes do. And what I mean by that is if you're looking everything that I explain, regardless if it's a weekly, a daily, or a 10-minute chart, it's the same process. I'm looking at death crosses, golden crosses. Where are the indicators? Are they forming bullish or bearish divergence? Are they forming tops or bottoms in what section? And that helps me understand if there's room to grow, room to bleed, room to grow where there's resistance levels, and room to grow, same thing, right? So the first thing that I have noticed is this top from, let's just say 110 came back down. We went to about 110, 111 is pretty much the same in my eyes, right? $1,000, $2,000 difference with a major correction and wave up is not something you necessarily want to see because that gives me vibes of a double top. So the next thing that I notice is the waves on the MACD and the waves on the RSI, confluencing them with the waves of the price action. So you can see here, wave one, we came down. Where's my little drawer thing, right? So top of the wave, we came down. Top of the wave, we came down. Top of the wave, okay? Next, these waves, one, that was way higher, right? This one is like, double top vibes. MACD, right? This one went higher, right? This one went lower while this one went the same. Double top vibes. RSI. RSI was going higher, 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 and now this is the third time, right? So first time lower high, first time higher high in price, second time lower high, second time same high on price. What I'm trying to tell you is these things that are playing out on a weekly chart is nothing to play around in, or with, I should say. You thought you've seen blood, but I do think Bitcoin's next major support level is going to be around 93 to 91,000 that I've been saying literally since May. These levels don't change because when you look at a chart, you can see wicks, right? That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at major buying pressure if poo-poo was to hit the fan. Right now, poo-poo hitting the fan is war going on all over the world. You have militaries on social media saying like poo-poo is going to hit the fan any day now, like it's coming. All you have to do is just type in one of those countries and you see war. I'm not even going to name them. And now we're getting involved, right? So if that happens, right, what I do is I look for, well, where's the best opportunity to potentially buy more Bitcoin, or where do I open up my shorts and potentially take profit off the table? There are two levels, right? The first one's your first purple box here of the 91 to 93,000 because that's where you saw major buying pressure in the past. Your second option is your 78 to 75,000. Now, another thing that you want to do is you say, well, Joe, we've been making higher lows and higher highs every single time. Shouldn't we make another higher low here compared to the 73,000? The only way that you could say that confidently is if you have a longer time frame than the one you're looking at with a MACD and RSI that is still making bullish structure. So if I double click, right? And you said, well, this was making higher highs, this was making higher highs, and price was making higher highs. yes, we have a higher probability of not even coming back to the 70 to 75,000. Your next higher low could be that 91 to 93. But what did I just say? You always want to confluence that with a longer time frame, right? We were looking at the weekly, so now we want to look at the 2-week, the 3-week, and the monthly to see if that confluences with exactly what I'm talking about. Are we still in a bullish structure? As of right now, your MACD is still going up. Is each wave getting lower and lower? Yes. Now I can't bet with a monthly time frame because it's too long of a time frame for anything. But the one thing that does scare me is the RSI. The RSI for the longest time, I've been saying, has made a higher low, but a lower high. And there was room to grow in order for this run for me to say is like officially at the tippy top. But there is another level that the RSI had to break in order to get to level 2, and that's the 70 line. And as of right now, it has stopped below it. Does that mean that we could come back down and form another higher low to the 61.74 and the 60.89? Yes. Is that a good sign? No. You never want to be on the bottom side of the moving average like you are here. You always want to be using the moving average as support, not necessarily as resistance. If this is that pinnacle point where it is the top and we then see rejection by the 70 and we come back in below the moving average, there's just major blood. There's going to be major blood on the horizon, which confluences with the bearish theory of what I'm saying. Right? And if you do have major blood, your stochastic is below the 50 line. That's bearish. And where would the major blood take you? So I turn on my 11 and 21 day moving average because it's been used as major support throughout the entire cycle, entire history of Bitcoin, especially on longer time frames. So this correction, we went to the 11 to 21, that was the 55 to 45,000. This one went to the 78 to the 75,000. As of right now, your first support line is that purple line that I said at 89 to 91,000. If poo-poo was to hit the fan, that 21-day moving average could potentially be anywhere from 81, let's just say 83 to potentially 77,000. That might be your next higher low because technically your most recent low is 74,560, and if we do come back down to 79, it's still considered a higher low. And as you can see right now, there's 12 days left in this candle that's about to print, and we're forming a doji, which is never the best signal. Your most recent high that I'm noticing on the monthly is this 102.283, and technically let's just say it's the 102.884, and we're forming that doji. If we were to fall back down, there's going to be a huge candle coming back down to the 89 to 91,000. What am I looking for to confirm this now? So I'm looking for the 3-day to officially break the 50 line on the RSI. You could see here in the past when you've had death crosses, but the MACD, right? You've had a death cross, but your MACD was above the histogram, not below the histogram. That technically means that we could go sideways, and you form a top and a bottom. Your top right now is 108 to 110. Your bottom is 100 to 101. So as of right now, as long as your 2-day stays above the 50 line, right? This blue line stays above this dotted line, we have potential to go flat, like we did here, right? What the best teacher you're ever going to have is previous price action, and when did it break market structure? You just look down, line it up to where you are now, and you can clearly see like this market structure that happened here. This is a smaller version of it, right? So what I'm looking for is that you could see the bottom here, right? You could see the bottom here. You could see your top here. You could see your top here. What happened here in order for us to fall through the floor, right? In order for us to fall through 100,000. So what I do is I double click and I say, okay, so your MACD, right? Now let's analyze the indicators. Your MACD had to break your 0 line. We're not there yet, so we're not breaking 100,000 yet. Your 2-day, like I said, was below the moving average the entire time. Rejection, 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 rejection. On this candle on February 21st, that's when poo-poo hit the fan. and we broke the 0 line, we broke the 50 line. Your stochastic was below your 20. We are breaking below the 20, but we still are above, and we still are above, showing me that this line that's going down could potentially come back up, fake out everybody, right? We come back down here and we do something like this, and as we continue going sideways, these continue inching down, these continue inching down, and this stays down here. That is the video. As you can see, I do have alerts set. So first alert is going to be here at the 102,884. I would probably set another one at the 100,693, letting me know that we're officially breaking down, and then going to the 92,201, and then on the way up, something like this. I would go to the 12-hour. Right, you can see your waves lining up here. Excuse me, that doesn't have to be so long. Okay, and then on the way up, yeah, I don't like it on the way up, but just when the patterns are going down, even though you think a pump is on the horizon, you're going against the grain, so you have to play it safe, right? What I mean by that is this pump went to 111, this pump went to 110. I do think we need to come down, form that another low, and then we could see rejection at the 106.8, like anywhere from here to here could be your next low or high. And then if you continue seeing the same lows and the same lows and the same lows, with lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, fueling with, and well, not fueling, but confluencing with your longer time frame hidden bearish divergence, this could be a measured move somewhere around June, July, and we downfall. This could be like a descending triangle, and you would literally take the meat and potatoes of the flag, line it up, and that would bring us back down to, like I said, 93.5. But it has to play out yet. If you're looking to open up a short right now, just make sure your liquidation price is above this high, just in case we do something like this and then you see major selling pressure again. That would be a short squeeze, right? Because everyone is pretty much thinking what I'm thinking right now that has any type of trading history, right? You put it above your most recent high, but smart players would wait for the confirmation. A confirmation would be a break of this level here, right? You might see some type of BS support at 99. Then you'd want to see rejection, and then you open up your major short all the way to 94 to 92,000. That's the video. Love you guys. Enjoy the day. Any comments, questions, concerns, leave it in the comment sections. Besides that, enjoy the day. We are in a descending triangle type of pattern, and I'm not doing anything until we break up or down. Enjoy.